Bow wow.
Welcome to DogStar. We are Sun Dogs, and we are graced by the presence of C Note. How you doing?
How you guys doing, man? It's a good day, man. Chilling, man.
We really appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to sit down with us.
Winter storm and everything.
Yeah. Oh my
I'm
goodness.
dedicated. Got the new project out there right now. Get rich or get high trying to. I won't try to get rich dying, but I will get. So I'll smoke and try to get rich. So,
Yeah, that's super dope. But we want to dive into your origin story, man. So
First time you got high.
no,
we'll get there. We'll get there. So even before that. So like,
pull that mic up to you just so we get the we get right up in there. But yeah, you're deep in the music business these days. Where did music start being part of your life? Do you have like a first musical memory?
I'm not even gonna blow you right now, man. I started rapping at 16 with a Radio Shack mic, like a bullet $10 mic. Like I was just bullet. I was just bored at home after school, just around. Sorry. But if you're old, you know what Radio Shack is.
Yeah, I mean, was it a USB
shit.
mic or were you recording on a computer?
Yeah, like a bullet. It's like old Dell computer, like man.
Like in Audacity, do you remember the program at all? Because
I want to say Logic.
Okay.
It might be something. It's probably something else, though, different than Logic.
16 years old. What made you want to start rapping? Any obviously prominent rappers, or was it like relatives who were getting it done too?
No relatives. I just was a big hip hop fan. Like this is when they had CDs. You had a CD.
Yeah. Can you remember the first CDs you owned? Or the first CD you bought with your own money?
I think I got it's probably like a Missy Elliott CD or something.
Yeah, because we're talking Discman, right?
Yeah.
And then, probably behind the head headphones, you've got your Discman and bumping the Missy Elliott.
I'm an old head, man.
I mean, it's history.
Phenomenal taste.
Yeah.
A lot of artists probably wish they were still selling CDs like they used to, I'll tell you that.
Yes.
So you saw these artists doing it, and you said, "If these guys can do it, I want to get a little taste of the action." Or what pushed you on the stage? What pushed you to write?
Really, I stopped rapping when I was like in high school, but then, like in college, that's when I started like really.
That's interesting.
When you picked it back up, seriously?
Yeah, that's when I took it like serious. Like, I can get paid doing this. Like, I can go, So it's like once you do like a show and you get paid for it, it's just kind of like an addiction, kind of,
What the heck just happened?
Yeah, were your parents like supportive of you having like creative outlets like back when you were young too, like on either side of your rapping?
No, my mom hated it. Like I used to curse and shit. I was bad as hell back then. She's like, she come in my room and be like,
"What?
Quit cursing here."
That's funny.
I'm so serious.
So it's like the bad influence in your life. From her perspective was the rap music, and just you wanting to do it was nothing but trouble, it sounds like.
What was your first rap name, if you care to reveal? The early name before C Note.
I can't even remember it.
Well, our sources say no. I'm just kidding.
I know, man, it's horrible. I can't go out like that.
No, we won't pressure you. Started in.
It was I forgot it, man.
If it comes to you, let us know.
I got you.
Okay.
So started in high school, just dabbled. It sounded like stopped.
Radio Shack mic.
Picked it back up. You said in like post high school, college years.
Yes.
And what pushed you back into it?
Yeah.
What pulled you back into it?
I really took it serious when I did like the XXL.
Right.
When I was in there.
I'm not familiar.
It was like Dr. Dre, Eminem on the cover. That's kind of what
I must be a gap in my pop culture history, unfortunately.
The XXL magazine you're talking about?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty dope. So I'm like, that kind of motivated me. It's pretty much after I started, like, once you invest in it, it's like, then you get like you get results. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's all about investing, you know, like
investing.
That's interesting. Oh, I was gonna ask what would be an equivalent nowadays for maybe an artist who's just getting started. Like I don't mean to knock these print magazines, but I don't think they are like the hub of culture that they used to be. What's an example that an artist these days could invest
it's
into?
Really, I would say like Instagram, like it's
just Instagram like an ad campaign pretty much, and then just because you're saying you're telling us right now that your whole like momentum really just started from that XXL.
It was like a goal, you know, like when you like see the freshman cover. It was a big thing back then, but now it's whack as hell. No, not the third shade. It's kind of watered down now. When it first came out, it was everything is gonna be in there. So it's like when I was in it was like around that time, like when it was ending, kind of. So it's like it was kind of a big deal then, but now it's like if it happened now, it'd be like, you know, not to crap on those. I love
right.
So, yeah.
But hopefully there'll be more and more like a replacement for that, because just doing it on your own
really
on Instagram
podcasts nowadays too, like yours. You know what I'm saying? Follow the channel right now.
Interesting how similar podcast is to radio 100 years ago, and how it's so print media, magazines, they might come back. You never know.
Oh, I know the homie Brian with the magazine's called 10K Lakes, and it's coming out in March, I think.
Brian Cotton?
Brian, photographer guy.
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
We apologize.
We'll be getting one of those magazines. All I know, but that hopefully it pops off and can be like that benchmark, that inspiration, like it once was for you.
Tell us about these results you started seeing in your own work and how that affected your artistry. Did that make you want to do it more, continue down that path, or did you get overwhelmed and maybe a bit insecure?
Mainly what it did was like, it's like first once you start a game, it's like you don't really know what your goals are out of it.
Mm-hmm.
So once you start seeing results, then you can start to like just form a plan of what you want. Like,
make the strategy.
Yeah, after you see one thing that's like reaching this much like attention, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like you come up with a strategy behind it, it's gonna like go even bigger than it was before. So like,
no turning back.
Yeah, definitely.
But you get enough experience to, like you said, make that game
pick the right doors. Yeah, as they open, pick the right ones, because I'm sure for me it would sound like overwhelming to have like so many options of what to do. I'd just be like thinking about which one to do, but you've been able to just kind of bounce, keep that momentum going.
I would say like the pandemic kind of slowed everything down. So
that is true.
I was living like a certain lifestyle before the pandemic, and then you had to kind of readjust what you're doing, especially if you're like an underground rapper. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
it's all about rubbing elbows and going to those shows and networking with those musicians. And when that got cut off, I'm sure that cut off multiple streams of creativity and revenue. And
yeah, a lot of traveling got limited for me. I was gonna do like a tour right before it. So
what was the plan?
And it was horrible. I had to do a bunch of refunds, like for man.
Where were you gonna go in the tour?
I was gonna go to like the hub of like COVID at the time, like Florida, like California, you know,
cross country. Oh my gosh,
ready to get sick for it. He's dedicated.
I was gonna be jumping right head first.
Right.
Yeah. So like,
did it positively affect your work ethic at all? Like in the studio, COVID. Like now you're forced to be in the studio by yourself.
It gave me like seeing mortality in real life. I never really felt that before. Like seeing death like at such a crazy rate is mind blowing. So it's like,
did you lose any friends or relatives, if I may ask, to COVID?
Actually, lost a grandparent around the time.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
So,
that
But
sucks.
the realization of mortality, did that come out at all in this new project?
It kind of makes you want to like appreciate waking up even more, just seeing how quick this can be taken away. So
Yeah.
I think we all can understand how quick things can be taken away. Definitely.
Oh man, don't even. But so yeah, you were saying you had all that stuff going on, but I want to bring it back and kind of go more timeliney to when you started taking rap more seriously again. XXL cover
I didn't get the cover. I was just in it.
in it, right. And then
I'm
what?
about to get the cover though.
Exactly. That's the
Exactly.
next
How-
goal.
How did you? Because it seems to me like I've known you for like 6 months now, but it seems like you're doing a lot more than the average Joe in the scene. Like you're always traveling all over the place. It kind
It's
of
not
seems.
that. Is it like that for real?
I mean, I feel like it. You're
You're-
all over.
Yeah,
man.
you're at least a 2-city, 3-city man. So it's
It seems like a big fish, small pond type of thing. How did you get there? Has it always been like that since you started getting back into rap? Have you always felt like, because like a lot of, I mean, I don't know many rappers in the scene right now that are doing even Instagram ad campaigns for their stuff.
I don't know, like it's something about like traveling for me. It's like I want travel since like a young age. Like I was like in trouble like in my senior year of high school, so I went to Seattle like to
get
go,
out of town.
yeah, to go live
Yeah.
with like my uncle out there, and
Smart.
mainly sung like a bunch of new stuff. And it's like ever since then I've just been addicted to leaving Minnesota. I love Minnesota. It's like there's nothing else like your home, but it's like once you leave and see something new, it's like, oh, this is how this is over here. It's not like this on TV.
Right.
You see different stuff, so it's like it's hard to readjust, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can do the first impression when you go to a new city, stuff like that. That's I mean, clearly it's addicting. So you say you went to Seattle. Where's the next city you went to do music?
No, I used to live, I moved out there to live.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
But you're doing music out there. and
I just did like my real first event out there like in September. So,
Just
Oh,
this
cool.
past September.
yeah, like on a different level. Like before, it's like that was like a mixtape. It was like an album release for Not For Sale out right now. It's called Not For Sale.
5 songs
Ooh.
came out September 2nd of last year.
Yeah,
Yes.
so I did that like a whole show out there when that released. It was
Sick.
different. So
Do you remember the venue that was at?
it was called damn, what is it called? It's a dope venue out there. It's like right downtown, like off of Seattle. It's super dope.
I personally never been to
Yeah, if
Seattle.
you think of it, let us know so we can think about that venue if we ever go out there.
I was gonna ask what other
You're gonna
major
make me- I
what
can't
other
go
what
on.
other major cities have you traveled to? Obviously, you lived in Seattle, but give me your like the top 10 places you've traveled.
Mainly everywhere almost. Almost.
Exactly.
Not everywhere, but like,
Any
almost,
places to not go?
I would say what was the worst experience I had with that?
Don't mean to bring up bad memories.
But to give
I
our
would say,
listeners
like,
warning,
I would say I mean they're all dope in their own way, so I
That's
can't
cool.
really say anything bad.
I guess what was the biggest culture shock for you?
I would say when I went to Europe, that was dope. Like,
Oh man, that sounds.
it's like
good.
I started talking when I was like at a McDonald's. They were like, "Oh, you're from America." I'm like,
outed
wow.
immediately. No hiding from that.
I mean, positive reaction or negative reaction? A lot of people think
It was
people
a
hate
positive-
Americans. Yeah.
Their culture's like ours. They're still embracing Western culture. So it's like,
Nice.
That's dope. I mean, you were in a McDonald's.
this is before we had the touchscreen McDonald's too over here. So I'm seeing all this over there.
Oh, they had the
Oh.
tech over there before us.
Yeah.
That's nice.
That's
that's
awesome.
cool.
When were you over in Europe? last, I should say? When was the most recent trip to Europe?
That was my first time. Like I haven't been since, but
And what cities did you hit there?
I just went to London.
Nice.
That sounds
Jealous.
jealous, mate. I'm very jealous.
We gotta go next time.
You're from
man.
America, man.
Guess who followed me though on Instagram?
Who's that?
Shout out Tim Westwood. I'll definitely come on the show.
Oh,
Y'all definitely want to come on there and freestyle. That'd be so hard. Like for
Oh, that'd be the move.
He just definitely followed me on Instagram. So shout out Tim Westwood.
I like that.
Make
Super
a trip.
hard.
We'll make a trip. We'll make the trip.
Yeah,
We-
Tim, I hope you're listening.
It's a package deal. But
You heard it here.
yeah, I was gonna ask what the Seattle like hip hop scene is like.
It's really like on a hipster vibe. It's like that. The show I had, it was pretty dope. Shout out PJ the Kid and Noise out there. Yeah, in Seattle. It was a dope show.
Local cats out there.
Yeah,
Nice.
dope show.
What's like compare and contrast the Twin Cities music scene to the I guess music scene Seattle's probably crazy, but hip hop specifically versus Twin Cities hip hop scene, what's some differences or similarities?
I would say similarity would be like we're both up north, like so it's got that up north vibe. To it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's cool.
Is it? I guess I have seen a pattern in Minneapolis, Twin Cities hip hop, where there's like 7 different scenes within the hip hop scene. Was it similar in Seattle at all?
I mean, it's a different scene right now. I've been so focused on my craft. I haven't really been on the scene.
No, that's good to hear.
You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
Like, it's really dope though, because when I started doing this, it's like it wasn't really a lot of people doing like music at a quicker rate, because it's like it's so easy to upload a new project, record it in. The technology is different, so it's like we have a different amount of rappers when I first started. I'm messing with Gen Z though; they got a lot of heat, so like
definitely.
Yeah.
Do you use DistroKid for your stuff? Seems to be the hot one right now to distribute your, like you were saying, upload your tracks, or more like SoundCloud. Are you talking?
I use DistroKid too.
DistroKid.
I originally found out you actually have to actually like be on the Billboard chart. You actually gotta register each song with Billboard before you can even get kept track of whatever.
That's
interesting. Versus doing it as the chunk of 7 songs or whatever.
Yeah, and it's like when you're reading it, it says if you don't register the song, it's like every play is invisible.
What the heck?
Oh, DistroKid says it, or Billboard says that.
Billboard
Does DistroKid take care of that for you? Then is that like
DistroKid? They'll give you like the knowledge of like your copyright songs and stuff like that.
We'll talk more about that right after this with C-Note. We'll be right back on DogStar.
Oh wow.
And we're back. Bow wow. We are Sundogs sitting down with C-Note.
And I definitely one of my big like influence or big homies that was rapping in the game was R.I.P. Mike Dreams, man. He was a real big inspiration. Like when he was rapping, I was rapping. I remember when I first started rapping, like seriously in school, like after I was like out of college or whatever, it was like he always told me like, man, chill out with the cursing when you rapping. You know what I'm saying? Like the radio play, you know.
Wow.
So he gave me a lot of pointers, and then I'll say shout out Mr. Peter Parker too, man, because like when me and him dropped the project, I was going trending on that Piff when I was popular.
Whoa.
So yeah, man, it's a lot of
2 kingpins for sure.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's kind of like my little foundation with rap, you know. Like this stuff, so yeah.
Yeah, such an interesting.
Shout out, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Mr. Peter Parker, man. You be holding it down for the city,
Yes.
man. I'm gonna give you
Agreed.
your flowers, man. I respect your grind, for sure.
Yeah, he's definitely has reached aspirational levels in the music industry, being just like a fan and a great DJ, and
Yeah,
he's
definitely.
been doing it.
So back in 2021,
Yes.
Get Rich or Get High Trying, the first one came out. But
First
today you're here to
iteration.
talk about Get Rich or Get High Trying 2,
Yeah.
which dropped February 24th, correct?
Yeah, it drops. Yes. So the first one is so dope. It's 'cause I got like a song with Snoop on that one. I got a homie. He had the track.
Whoa. Snoop Dogg?
Snoop
Yeah.
Dogg.
So you got to tell me how that came about. Are you?
He's a wizard with the features, man.
I was gonna say
that's what I was trying to
you're-
crack
yeah,
into.
so
With the
earlier.
wizard doctor.
It's a long story straight. So first I had like a distribution with it's called Wu-Tang Management. They mess with Wu-Tang or whatever.
Okay.
So it's like my like big little industry deal I did or whatever. I got a song with Young Dirty Bastard too.
Hey.
So one of the label mates I had at the time, his name is Demon Assassin. So he had the song with Snoop
Mm-hmm.
or whatever, and he played it for me. And I'm like, he's like, do you want to get on the track? I'm like, hell yeah, that's
Yes,
Snoop
please.
Dogg.
Yes.
Hell yeah, I want to get on the song with Snoop Dogg. Like, you kind of question it, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah,
then-
perfect for the, get high trying.
And was he like in with the producer, or did he just like split his verse time in half with you, or how did?
he gave me an open verse, but
Wow.
Whoa.
I think he knew like the producer that had like the verse from Snoop, so he had it licensed, so
Right.
he had
right.
the whole verse and everything. It's just so it's
That's
doing
huge.
doing good on streams. You know what I'm saying?
I can imagine. Yeah,
yeah.
that's a cool whatever you call it method of getting these features.
I
and
haven't
stuff.
met Snoop yet, but it'd be like we in the same location, but it's like he's one place, I'm in a
Yeah.
different.
You're giving your fans a peek behind the curtain on how some of this production works, on how some of the magic, some of the wizardry works. I think.
Yeah,
that's
I don't want to put your business out there, but you got what, a Dizzy Wright verse?
That's actually not my well, I mean, it's like from
But you're the connect on the Dizzy Wright verse. You're
So-
the connect on the Gucci verse.
actually it's Anno Dynamite or something. I've been hitting him up in emails. It's like he's like an big industry label like dude in the game right now.
Dope.
He's licensed all these features, and it's like
You're gonna have people bugging you for his account, I'm sure.
yeah, he's got his whole business right now. Shout out, homie. He definitely put me on with the Rick Ross feature on Get Rich or Get High Trying 2 out right now.
Oh,
we got
my
Ross
gosh.
on the
You
project right
gotta
now.
listen
Yes,
to
I
that.
have Rick Ross, MMG. We have a feature right now. I mean, I don't know nobody in Minnesota with Snoop Dogg and Rick Ross feature right now.
I was gonna
That's
say, I don't
what-
think
I don't
anyone
know-
in
I don't know who
Minnesota's
else
been
got
messing with
that.
Big Meech at all.
You know, I don't know nobody else catalog doing that right now, but I definitely want to see more of it. I want to see somebody do a song with Yo Gotti. I want to see somebody do a song with Eminem or somebody G-Eazy. I want to see all of it,
Yeah.
man. It's a lot of upcoming talent, a lot of connections. A small planet, everybody knows somebody.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And why get rich? Why get rich or get high trying to? Why not smoke days with a Z? Why returning back to the same vibes?
I mean, I'm a big fan of Lil Wayne. It's like he's got the Carter.
legacy. Yeah.
He's got the
Yeah.
Carter, and it's like then I like Get Rich or Get High Trying.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I'm combining the names kind of low key. Like
Yeah.
I got like the Carter or the Get Rich or Get High Trying, Get Rich or Get High Trying type of vibe. So it's like all the inspiration. I'm like,
Well, like with the Carters, there could be a Carter 78 when he's a 97-year-old man.
Yeah.
definitely.
And there could be a get rich or get high trying 16, 17.
But if I'm already rich, it's gonna be like it's not gonna be trying anymore. It's just like as soon as I get rich, I'm not trying anymore. I'm just rich at that point. So,
Yeah, get high.
high one. Get
Yeah.
high one comes out.
And this new project's a good one to burn one to. I'll tell you that much. If
Yeah.
you guys like the Zod track?
bro.
Oh, yeah.
You guys listen to it?
Yeah.
I've only listened to the most recent project, the one that came out on the February 24th.
Yeah.
The 5-track. Get Rich or Get High Trying 2.
Brand new.
It's the only project I've listened to
Spanking
in its
new.
entirety. And It's
Yeah.
a banger.
You like it, bro?
Yeah.
Dope.
It's on Spotify. You guys can listen to it right now. Where else?
Right now.
Where else can they listen to it?
It's on Apple Music,
Everywhere.
on every platform.
Everywhere.
Get Rich, Get a Check Records. You know the vibes.
Yeah. What
Definitely.
besides just getting like dream features and releasing good music to smoke to, what's your like goals in like the artist area? Are you trying to like get enough fans to like sell t-shirts and pay your rent with, or like what's your like outlook on
my
it?
goal with like the Minnesota, right? It's not even about money for me. It's like I want to be like the rapper that put the whole city on out of like recognition of the city. Like
I like that.
that's not even about the money, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Right.
you can go get a job right now in like Minnesota. We got a good economy, like,
And stack up. Yeah, exactly.
you can go get like a good little middle income job and be good, but it's like the music is just like, I want to see something evolve, you know, like I seen it this way start, and I want to see how it's gonna look down the road when it's all sent up for me, like, if that makes sense. But
that makes
does.
perfect sense.
You know what I'm saying? So,
and that's a phenomenal goal to have, especially in hip hop, which is so connected to like materialism and making money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
My thing too would be like, I want to have like a catalog where it's like he worked with this amount of people.
Yeah.
So if I had like a song with like Eminem or like Ludacris or somebody, or
Snoop Dogg or Rick Ross.
Yeah, those are definitely on my
right.
bucket list. I don't know how I got those. It's like
Man.
crazy.
But to accumulate that vault of that resume,
Yeah,
that
it's-
CV of music.
I would say another verse I would want would be like, I'm gonna say,
I mean,
Too Short for sure.
Ooh,
That'd be hard.
We were just listening to some Too Short song. With like a real funk. They're using not auto tune, but a talk box in it.
Oh.
I can't think of the song.
Mm.
Would you ever want? Yeah, to get a feature with like
So E40, so definitely E40. I definitely want a feature from E40.
that
40 water, man. Like, you know I got that work, man. Come to Minnesota, you know I got that work, man. You get that verse, man.
Yeah.
You know.
And your songwriting process, very efficient. How did it? Obviously, it didn't start that way. How did you get to be so I won't say fast, but how did you get to be so efficient with your time in the studio?
I usually like, if I write a bar, I'll write a bar like one line at a time.
Mhm.
It's like you're telling a joke or something.
Yeah.
It's like I'll say a line, and then when I engineer most of my music, so it can either sound like in a dark place, or it could sound like in a place where it's like, oh, this is what, you can tell my mood, what I was in. So, so I kind of try to make mood music depending on how it sounds. Because if it sounds like a certain way, I probably wanted it to sound that way. If it sounds a little distorted or something, like.
Nice.
You know.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
You
You kind of got to do it that way if you're trying to do it fast, and vice versa. It probably helps to keep it all in the same mood if you're writing it all at one time instead of like over a month, because you might not feel the same way.
Sometimes I could do a freestyle like in like 10 minutes or something, right?
Right.
But I'll mix the same song like over and over and over again until I want
to get it perfect,
to make it sound a certain way how I want it to sound. And like if I'm tweaking it, it'll be one way where it's like it'll sound completely opposite like the next 2 weeks from now. Like, that's kind of weird.
Sounds like an engineer's worst nightmare. Do you say you're engineer? Do you engineer other people's projects as well? Would you let them be as picky as that? Like throw their freestyle together and then be back and forth with drafts for months at a time? Or do you...
If they paying for it, yes.
Yeah, it's a lot of dope people that come to the studio, like, that came to record. It's pretty dope seeing the up and coming artists like come record.
Seeing the different ways how people do it. Because some people just punch in freestyle.
Definitely.
I'll just rhyme with that line I just made up. It sounds like you're a bigger fan of the writing and having it prepared.
Definitely. Unless I'm drunk, so yeah.
I mean, sometimes it comes down to studio time. It's like you don't got time to get drunk in the studio for 4 hours. You have 1 hour in the studio, and you gotta
get some songs,
have it written down, come prepared. Exactly.
Totally.
But you're an efficient man in the studio, both in front of the mic and behind the mic.
Mm-hmm.
Behind the mic, are you producing the beats as well? So for the 5-track song "Get Rich or Get High Trying To," did you produce all 5 of those?
I'll add I'll probably get a beat and then I'll tweak it a little bit. I'll put my own spin on it. Like,
give it your own flavor.
If you listen to Sugar Daddy, that was me playing like the piano at the end.
No way. Are you kidding me? That wasn't part of the beat when you got it?
That was me just messing
with it. That's beautiful. I like that. Add the little flavor to it.
You like
'cause-
that?
Yeah, man. I really appreciate that. It sounds like you'd be a good engineer to work with too, especially if you're down to add stuff over a
that was
beat
on
that I
Sugar
brought.
Daddy, you said?
Yeah, the artwork is fire for it too. So go.
Did you design that?
Yes,
Oh,
Oh, artwork
okay.
as well.
So engineer, rapper, graphic designer.
I dabble.
Yeah,
He's a
but-
multi-hyphenate.
We dabble in everything. You know.
Do you?
Do you-
Well, I was gonna ask if you get like closer with your collaborations ever, because you're saying you did some like remote. I got some remote features, but you're working with artists in the studio all the time.
I can call Young Dirty Bastard right now. Like that's that's like the homie for real. Like I got a good relationship with him, you know what I'm saying? Like
That's awesome.
What do you think
he's a
it
good
takes?
good father figure for his kids, and it's like I see watching him be in his kid's life, it's like it motivates you to, you know what I'm saying?
Be a better dad. and
Exactly, be a better dad.
man,
Because
yeah.
he's like he's a son of a legendary rapper, but he still has his own career.
Yeah.
He still is in his like kid's life consistently, you know what I'm saying? So it's like
Respectable.
big home. Shout out my boy, man. We definitely gotta drop that album too, like that joint album.
Uh-oh. A little collab album?
I'm gonna call Jimmy Kang, man. We're gonna set it up, dog.
Uh-oh.
A little exclusive.
For sure.
That's what I like. That's what I like to hear. What do you think it takes to make good business relationships? Is it just like, you work with some people are cool to work with, some people aren't, or does it?
My thing with everything with like working with business, I try to work with everybody's budget. Like I'm not trying to be like one of those like if you want a feature, I'm not gonna like just because I know I'm a certain level. I was not even like that. I just like making music. So if you hit me up for a collab, I'm not gonna be Hollywood or anything. I'm gonna listen to it.
Trying to make a good song. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's
So,
goal
yeah.
number one. I like to hear that.
That's huge.
Great outlook.
I was going to ask if you played the piano actively or if it was just intuition and what sounded good adding on to that beat and Sugar Daddy.
It was really on some like beat, just dabbling with the
Right.
beat. You're just
Like,
dabbing
I know
the
I
beat.
need to hear
Yeah.
something.
You're trying
right
to get
here.
a rhythm aside with the actual instrumental. So you're trying to do like you already got one instrumental playing, so you're trying to get another rhythm along with that to make it like
the
blend
anti-melody or whatever. Yeah.
But you're not proficient in piano. You're not playing Robert Glasper or
No,
anything.
no Beethoven, none of that.
Right.
With the whole concert hall. That'd be sick.
If you could,
That'd be hard,
if
though,
you
yeah.
could overnight, like wake up tomorrow morning and know how to play an instrument, what instrument would it be?
Let me see.
Oh, now you got me.
That was a good question.
Mm.
I'm gonna say the fiddle.
Hey, I mean, I'd accept like merging the violin and the fiddle, so you could do like the classical slow stuff, but then do the we'll call it
I'm just thinking,
bluegrass.
Devil went down to Texas, Georgia.
That went
looking
down
for
to
some
Georgia.
shit.
Yeah, I think so. The
Wow.
fiddle, and why
Yeah.
the fiddle?
There's a lot of history behind the instrument, so it's like it's so deep. It's like you're playing how I look at like stuff in the past, like if it's still in the present, it's like you're time traveling with the object.
Yeah.
Like, if you're like playing with like an instrument that was in the 1860s, it's like you're time traveling kind of like
Totally.
Yeah.
because they still have instruments that were so far back. Right now we can still use. So it's like
Isn't that amazing?
that's crazy, isn't it? Like,
Music blows my mind. I mean, I don't mean to sound too stony baloney, but music's nuts. It's
Yeah.
universal language, and it's the same notes and these frequencies that just bounce our ears this specific way.
Yeah.
And then my mind, I think what the fiddle is to the violin, the electric guitar is to the normal guitar. It's like taking an instrument, kind of reinventing it completely. And that's a good answer.
Pretty sweet. Wouldn't have guessed.
yeah.
I would have thought piano,
Yeah.
but fiddle, I like that. Well, if you've got a fiddle, make sure you contact C Note and get him on one. He doesn't want to restring it. Make sure it's strong.
Yeah.
Get me right.
No
Get me
assembly
right.
required.
Is it important to, when you're collaborating with people in the studio, to take breaks, or do you like to, you're paying for the time, let's just nose to the grindstone, get it all done? Or do you like to...
My thing is I'll probably play a track or something and like just get the vibe ready, like on some hip
Inspirato.
hop. Like, I mean, my bad, not the person.
No,
We'll get you.
that's all right. That's smart.
Yeah, my bad. Like, on some just, set the energy right. Like,
Make them comfortable.
Do you listen to hip hop like exclusively, or do you like to get away from the genre when you're not like working?
I'm not even gonna lie. I listen to a lot of EDM right now.
Hey,
I'm really
okay.
trying to like work on like some EDM vibes. Like,
Oh,
that'd be so hard to like do like an EDM track. I haven't done it yet, so
I mean, in my mind, an EDM track, you need to only record, a chorus worths of rap, and then you just repeat it and modulate it, or save it for the third act of the song, if you will.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Way less work.
Thinking about like 90s EDM, where it's like it'd be the normal track, and then this British guy would come on and do a 16 bars, and then it would just keep being the song.
My favorite EDM track right now is 1035 Twist. Hard.
Who's that by?
I forgot who it was. I want to say Sheila or something. I forgot her.
Cool. Yeah,
I don't want to butcher her name.
No, that's all right. We'll have to
we'll
check it out. And definitely some danceable music, I would assume.
Definitely.
You can bop to it.
I like to drive, drive playing EDM. It's like I'm playing Gran Turismo or something.
I mean, you're driving
like
across country
Midnight Club.
too, so yeah, that's good to drive to for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Makes the drive go by nice and quick too.
More music? Are you ever doing any audiobooks?
Oh.
We'll get the answer when we come back. Sit down with C-Note here on DogStar.
Bow wow.
Welcome back to DogStar. We are picking the brain of the one and the only C-Note. Talking about everything from cyber collaborations, you could call them. I mean, you said you've never met Rick Ross, you've never met Snoop Dogg, but you've got these sick tracks with them, and I think that's the magic of show business and broadly, but the magic of music.
Like it's all about who you know, pretty much. Like that goes. It's not what you know, it's who you know. At the end of the day, like.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that starting out, or did you have to learn that the hard way?
I just learned it, like, as far as, like, when it comes to, like, making connections with people, you always want to be open to, like, new situations, so.
No, that's huge. I was just trying to rack my brain if you have any other, I'm trying to think of an up-and-coming artist who might be listening to this who hasn't thought of anything beyond writing in a notebook. Hasn't thought about the studio, hasn't thought about the social media, hasn't thought about the networking. What are some things you wished you'd known when you started taking it a bit more seriously?
You're always busy. Like it's like your own business at the end of the day. Like if you don't work, none of this. It's just like a hobby. Like
yeah.
Like if you're actually doing it, like. At a certain level, it's gonna be like a job almost.
Totally.
But it's like a job you're doing off of a passion that you have for creating art. Like
an interesting blend. The business and the creativity.
Yeah.
Yeah, hard to balance that for sure.
But it's like with me, it's like if I put out a project, it's like I gotta feel it. Like I gotta make sure it's like. I can listen to it all day for like an hour if I needed to. Like it's got to be at that level. Or
yeah.
So there's not going to be even one thing where you went, that symbol shouldn't have been, because you mentioned earlier, perfecting the track, editing it for days, and just to make sure going over the same 3-minute and 20-second song over and over and over to make it perfect.
Yeah.
Does that sometimes drive you, I won't say crazy. Well, yeah, does it drive you crazy?
It's not really about a perfection thing. It's more about like a vibe.
Like ease of listening?
Yeah, like mainly like I want you to feel a certain way when you listen to it. Like,
yeah.
If that makes sense.
That makes total sense.
Like I want to control your ears, how I want you to hear what I'm recording. Like if I'm making like a dance song about like throwing money in the club or something, like going to the gentleman's club,
the discotheque.
Yep.
Definitely.
But it should make you feel like you're there. Make you feel like you want to go.
Yeah, I want to create the atmosphere for it. If you're if you're feeling sad or something, I want to create
Mm.
the like ad libs for it or something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's pretty dope.
And when you're curating projects, like the projects you just put out, do you like to have it be like the same vibe for the whole project, or do you like to have it be like some ups and some downs on the journey through?
What I lately been doing, this is what I do on the first one too, is like I'll make a song and I'll switch my flow up on a different song so it's completely different.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I've been on. Like I'm trying to make it sound completely different each
Different
time.
genre almost, or different subgenre of hip hop.
Like my delivery on each song would be different.
Yeah.
And it's like the beat is gonna sound completely different. Like
I
it's
like
gonna be
that.
something you wouldn't expect me to rap on. I don't want people to think like, oh, he raps on a certain type of beat. Like I'm trying to be able to be like, oh, I can switch it up. Like
And
That's good. It makes for good projects that you can listen to start to finish
Yeah,
with
totally.
that variation.
versus them all sounding like the same song,
Right.
just different lyrics.
definitely. Like
Yeah.
And you had teased us with a little maybe EDM influenced tracks coming up in the near future. I think that would be awesome to do a
yeah, it's definitely
EDM mixed with hip hop.
Definitely. There's some EDM producers working with some hip hop artists in the city. We were just talking with
Multiple Joe.
right before that came out today. No. Anyway, working with Ghost Channels of Blaz and Low. Sorry for
Ghost
forgetting.
Channels. Yes.
I think there's a couple artists we've had on so far. I've been doing projects with them. But
Is there any genre that you would never blend with hip hop? Or never, I won't even say blend with hip hop. Is there a genre you would never explore as a musician?
No, I'm trying to go so left with the music. Like I don't want to be put in a box when it comes to like making music. Like,
yeah.
Because I like just making music. If it sounds good and like if I can create a vibe to it, I'm gonna go for it. Like if that's like a reggae song or like a pop song, I'm singing about like why this chick I met drunk at the nightclub won't call me back.
Tragic.
Exactly.
If it's like
some,
that,
some
man,
feeling, some auto tune, some
Yeah,
singing.
do you
right?
got singing tracks?
Yeah, man, I'm going for it on Sugar Daddy, man. It's out now. It's called Sugar Daddy.
That's you singing on it?
Yeah,
Okay.
Playing the piano,
That's cool.
singing. Oh my gosh.
I like that a lot.
as I'm vibing, I'm trying to catch a vibe, like shout out all my sugar babies out here.
But you,
Nah,
so you said you've had,
That's cap.
they'll
That's
be
cap.
hey, they might be listening. They might be watching.
yeah. Did you say you've been recording yourself? Have you always recorded yourself, or have you been into the studio and had other engineers record you?
Well, I actually started I was going to other engineers and I was learning from them and seeing what they did while they were recording me. And so they put me on a lot of ways to like record and stuff. So
yep, if your eyes are open when you're in the studio, you can learn a lot. You just
versus
absorb
being
it.
drunk or high the whole time.
Exactly.
Hey,
Yeah, it's
but
a
if you can do
lesson.
both, hey,
If you can do both, you're cooler than I am.
I'm a functional alcoholic.
I like recording music though, sober mainly though. Like
Yeah.
To tap into that.
at least I like writing it sober. At least I can't just be
Maybe do a vibe test.
turned up at the studio, just
Right.
record and write something. I gotta have at least the verse written, and then if I am turned up in the studio, like drinking or something, like I can spit what I wrote like that was sober.
Exactly. Do you draw a line when you're working with when you're recording other artists? Do you draw a line if they come up to the studio too messed up, or is it like you're paying for this? We'll just have to book another session. Time's up. You haven't got anything done.
My studio is mainly for adults, so it's like I can't tell you what to do. I got my own kids to tell what to do. So it's like
right. But it's not. It's like if I book,
everybody's grown, so
but if I book 1 hour and come up and it's like, all right, man, we emailed, we wanted to do 2 songs, and I don't even get the chorus of the first one done. Are you gonna say, all right, I'll sit here for another 2 hours till we get those 2 songs done, or is it like, hey, man, I don't have time to deal with your drunkenness?
Well, with me, it's like when you do come, I don't turn up with the artist. Like,
right.
I like to do that after we do the song.
Smart. Very smart.
You know what I'm saying? I don't like to just...
Have you ever had to kick anyone out or no?
Yeah, it has been.
Oh.
Yeah, I won't have you give any names. I just wanted a yes or no.
Names. That's
Yeah.
that's
I mean,
interesting.
personally, I wasn't here, but like somebody I had working for me, they kicked the person out. So,
Oh,
so
Just,
yeah, it was
just
pretty wild.
wasting time, wasting money.
yeah. Time wasters, man. Can't handle it.
Definitely.
What?
I mean, it's a lot of. I'm about to just do like a reality show for having a studio or something. Like
That's a good idea.
That'd be a great idea. I mean, if you could get
Yeah, do like Pawn Stars, do like a West Coast Choppers, but it's it's music. I think that's cash money. Sorry, we're gonna have to copyright this before this comes out.
Yeah, they would like to trademark this idea. We'd like to copyright this idea. 3 of us right here, right now.
Nobody steal that.
So imagining it's a reality show, like look down the camera and be like, "Oh, I had to kick him out of the studio," you know, like I can't
kick him out the studio.
Some like office type stuff. Yeah, exactly.
That'd be hard.
That's too good.
But you've never personally had to deal with any, you know, you haven't had to
Fight
kick
anybody.
a crew of people out.
Yeah, I'm mainly like if I'm trying to like do a song or like record somebody, I usually tell them the promo and give them the deals. Like, and then I usually have like a good local deal for everybody. Like I usually have a different monthly package. So
That's right. That's right.
When I come, I usually have like a certain rate for that month. So it's always, you know what I'm saying, just being accessible, you know.
Yeah, that's key.
And I think you can see all those current this month's rates at Get a Check Studios on Instagram, correct?
Yes, sir.
Get a check studios, get a check records. It's all over.
3 Coast TV.
Yeah.
And Trap God C Note.
3 Coast TV. We actually have a award show coming March 31st.
Nice.
I don't know when this is coming out. Is it coming out before then? Or?
It will be
yep.
before then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're having an award show in Las Vegas. It's gonna be.
Whoa, that's exciting.
See what I'm saying? You're all over the place. It's hard to believe that
It's
this
me and my
is
boys.
just...
That's not just me. There's like a team. With me.
Yeah.
So,
How did you link up with those guys? How long you been working with them?
Mainly like we started the podcast actually during the pandemic. So
Okay.
we were that bored. We're just gonna start a podcast.
Yeah, hey.
And then it got cool. It's like we were just messing around and it just became this part of like a little piece of the culture right now. You know what I mean? We got like a lot of underground people that's been on the show that got signed deals or been on the charts. And
That's fun.
It's just a dope show. You know, we got it on Roku right now. Like,
Wow.
Nice.
So yeah, it's pretty dope. I didn't expect it to be like this when we were just talking about it.
Isn't that amazing?
We were on a FaceTime just talking like, yeah, we're doing this now. We might as well just do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it's different because we call it 3 Coasts because both of my homies, they don't live in the region. They live in one lives in on the West Coast and one lives out in like Southeast. So like,
okay,
that's why we call it 3 Coasts. We're all in 3 different cities.
I like that.
That's sweet.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So
and the network's only grows from there because in each of the cities you can have artists on. That's cool.
Yeah, if I'm on Roku, do I just type in 3 Coast TV or is there a 3 Coast TV channel?
Just put 3 Coasts in search and then
Easy as
all
pie.
of the season. We got like 7 seasons right now. It's crazy.
Yeah, you guys have stacked it up, and it's like you said, it's a snippet of the culture. It's a snippet of checking in with all these artists during the pandemic and beyond, because you're still doing it. It's still an active thing. And so those 3, or those 2 guys are putting on the award show in Vegas, correct?
Yeah, definitely. Shout out my homie B Smith. Shout out my dog Last Letter, you know.
Ooh, getting it done.
Yeah, definitely putting a lot of work in. I'm trying to make it like the new Source Wars type. That's where I'm inspired by, you know, have like the next one, you know.
Yeah.
So, like,
I mean,
we got a lot of underground artists from all over coming through to perform and network. So
Not just from Nevada, but from
just
all 3 coasts.
We got people from Louisiana, Kansas,
Hey.
like North Dakota. Wow. So yeah, it's pretty dope.
That's really, I mean, I assume you'll be suited and booted.
Yeah, we're gonna go big time. We're gonna have a red carpet and
nice.
it's gonna be a different level.
That'll be awesome. But like you said, keeping you busy. One of the 17 things you're thinking about constantly.
Yeah.
But if you didn't stay busy with it, if you three didn't plan that, it wouldn't
have came about.
Yeah,
It's all
We were
about.
just chilling, just in coming up with stuff, just doing like episodes, and then it got dope because it's like the first time I started using Zoom. I never really used it before.
Yeah.
So it's like once I'm like, damn, this is how this is. Like it's like it's like you're recording yourself and it's like you're in control of it. Like like you have the content to put out and then
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? It's pretty
Exactly.
dope. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta really take advantage of this technology, especially if you're an entertainer, like if you have this iPhone or this Galaxy, you know what I'm saying? You should really like see the power of what this can do, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, you hear about feature-length films being shot on iPhones,
Yeah.
and it's like you're saying, it's the power of this technology. It's going to take us to levels pop culture and normal culture has never seen.
facts.
I like how you said it's the new Source Awards. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I mean, it's awards season. They're just finishing up with awards season, and I'm just like, the person who gets best album, it's not the best album that I heard all year. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a group of
Yeah,
people's opinion on
Yeah,
what's best.
how does the committee work with your guys' award show? Is it
We do like
by
a-
the people?
We do a monthly. We do like a whole month poll. People vote.
Cool.
That's smart.
Democratic.
It's competitive too. Like
Yeah.
you'll look and it's like people are really voting. It's like neck and neck.
They'll put out a post like, I'm only down by this much. Like, come on.
It's dope.
Through
That's awesome.
Facebook or Instagram or
Everything. I would say like.
Just like a
we
link
recently
to the
had
poll.
like for this one right here, we had like 500 votes.
whoa.
That's wild.
That's
I
like-
like that.
Yeah, that's like some political stuff.
It's dope.
We're coming down neck and neck.
Yeah.
Oh, it only came down to one
Get out
vote
to
and
the
he got
polls.
it.
Yeah.
And then are you guys getting are there any physical awards or plaques or trophies? Or is it just more of a picture and a post?
This is gonna be the first one we do like in person. The other two we really couldn't do.
It was like virtual.
Right.
because it was virtual and it
That's
was
sick.
mainly because of over the pandemic.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's gonna be the first one we do in person. So
Doing a big
that's what you
Vegas.
said. You guys should definitely come through, man.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, you're definitely inspiring me to travel more. I'm more of a homebody, but yeah, I'm seeing you do it, and it's inspiring. Like,
Very
straight up.
inspirational.
So,
Yeah, keep doing what you're doing. What else on the horizon can you reveal to us?
Yeah, you
Are you
doing
gonna
music videos for this project? What are you?
I really been messing with the metaverse heavy right now. Like I actually had a show. I actually had a show in the metaverse recently. Like,
Whoa.
it was crazy. It was
Like
like I was rapping in a video game type of thing. Like,
I mean, were you wearing like the goggles or anything, or were you just?
yeah, the quest on. So
That's amazing.
yeah, I had a show in there. It's like
Was that during COVID as well? I mean, technically, it's still
no, it
kind
was
of
recent.
COVID there.
It was recent. Like,
And there were other, I'll call them avatars in the virtual venue as well.
yeah, that's what it was wild. It was like the whole room was full of people. Like,
Dude, did it feel the same in your brain and in your soul as when you're on the stage in a venue with real people, or different vibe?
it was like a different vibe. It was like mainly like you feel like when you have like a quest on, you do feel like you're in a different little.
Yeah,
You're in a
different
different
world.
type of.
I've never tried it.
I would say like world. I would say mainly like you're in a different type of frequency. You know, like they're heavy as hell on your head though.
got the heavy head, got the weird physics of the video game world, but yeah, that's amazing. Staying on the
It
cutting
was
edge.
trippy. It was mad trippy too. Like I'm like, wow.
Do you think that's how?
I didn't think like when I started doing this like from like a Radio Shack, like whatever.
Right. Yeah.
I would never think I would be doing something like this. This is crazy.
I mean, riding the tech wave for sure.
Exactly.
Can listeners watch that performance?
Yeah, it's definitely on my boy Nemo Dollars Instagram right now. He's the creator of the world in Meta Horizon. He got like the whole
What?
show on his like page. It's mad trippy,
Whoa.
bro. Like
Creator of the world, man. That's a good title. I'm gonna
Like in
have
the
to
meta
look into. Yeah, I
realm,
know
man.
exactly. I know exactly what you mean.
It's bugged out.
But he's got his own world now.
I
It's
mean,
not-
do you guys see
They
it?
got like Bob Burger World on there. They got a bunch of stuff.
Whoa.
They got Moe's Tavern on there. You know.
Oh, from The Simpsons? That's
Yeah.
hilarious. I mean, is Mo working in there? All the characters in there?
They're all like it's funny though. It's
I
like-
mean, are you guys big video
Copyrights.
gamers? You guys play any like racing games or like first person shooters or like
I'm actually-
open worlds?
I'm actually a video game developer though. That's kind of where I'm kind of aiming really mainly what I like really get into, like making games. And stuff. So, like, mobile games is what I'm mainly into.
Really? That's awesome.
Yeah, actually, I got like 2 games out right now. It's called Sneaker Dude, and I got a zombie hip hop game. Like there's zombies, and you just,
That's amazing. We're
Yeah.
gonna have to keep our eyes out for that, but make sure you check out Get Rich or Get High Trying 2.
Get Rich or High Trying. Is that it?
Get Rich or Get High Trying 2.
yes, sir.
Don't miss it. Thank you, Sino, for being here. That's all the time we got. This is DogStar. Bow wow.
Peace.